In this tutorial, we're going to look at the basics of making a very simple movie. The applications we will use are really quite limited, but if you are new to assembling movies, they provide a foundation for graduating to more sophisticated programs later. We are going to start by using Windows 7 Live MovieMaker. This program looks and works quite differently to pre-Windows 7 versions. Some good features of earlier versions have been discontinued, but new features have been added. When we open the program, one of the differences is immediately apparent. You no longer have an obvious timeline with tracks for video and audio. As usual, you have the basic command line at the top, with the usual icons underneath. Take particular note of the options under the Project tab. Here you have to set the aspect ratio which best matches your video and image resources. Go to the Home tab to commence. You can load a picture or video from the side panel, or go to the Add icon at the top. The program accepts most image formats, though it doesn't work well with the latest video format AVCHD. It does, however, extract video from DVD format VOB. The preview window can be advanced or retreated frame by frame, which makes it easy to edit a video file. If you need to remove dead or unwanted sections from a video, the process is very simple. Find the spot you wish to cut the video by advancing it with the start arrow and the frame incremental arrows. Right-click exactly on top of the progress bar on the clip. Select the option Split. You can remove part of the file then by progressing the movie to the end of the unwanted section, and then again right-click exactly on the progress bar and select Split. The section between the splits can then be selected with a right click and choose Remove. Alternatively, the section preceding a split or after a split can be removed. The junction between the two sides of the split can be ignored, so scene change is abrupt, or a transition can be provided. A wide range of transitions is on offer. Transitions should be used sparingly. Go to the Animations tab for transitions. Transitions are best used between still images rather than between video clips, and it is best to use only one style of transition for the whole movie. You can add still images in a variety of formats, either singly or in a batch. Still images added in a batch are automatically added in the order of their selection. If the order needs to be changed, simply grab the image and drop it where it is required. Default duration for each image is 7 seconds. Double-click on a still image. Go to the Edit tab, then duration is shown and can be changed by selecting a time from the drop-down menu. Next, you might want to insert subtitles or captions on selected clips. From the Home tab, go to the three little icons to the right of the snapshot icon. The first one at the top allows you to add a title. Move the progress bar to the very beginning and then go to the icon Add Title. This will insert a blank section at the beginning of the movie, and you can insert a title. The title will automatically fade in and fade out as the movie starts. To insert subtitles, the process is the same. Position the progress bar on the selected clip of the movie and invoke the subtitle icon, which is the second down from the top. Type in the required caption. Font size and colour can be according to your choice, as can the actual position of the caption. Finally, you may wish to add credits at the end of the movie. Move the progress bar to the end and then invoke the credits icon. Each credit name is typed in, then using the Enter key between them. They are centered and will play as rolling credits at the end of the movie. If you want a colour other than black as the background for the title and the credits, you will need to use the little colour picker to the right of the text icon, after invoking the credits or title icon. There is no background option for image titles, only text colours and sizes. You might also decide to add a commentary or music. Bear in mind, though, that if there is recorded audio already with the video, it cannot be muted or removed, so additional sound files may conflict with it. Of course, you need to try to match the length of a movie to the time for the music to play, otherwise the music will be truncated at an inappropriate time. To lengthen the movie, you can try adding some still images. Video tracks can simply be cropped if necessary. Finally, the movie can be saved. The save options are all WMV format, but range from high quality, high definition, large file size to low quality, small file size, according to the way they will be shared or used. The program does not burn a DVD directly, but invokes Windows 7 DVD Maker. We have to save the file in WMV format first. A blank disk can be inserted into the drive before the file is saved. Then when you minimize the movie part, the DVD Maker window can be seen underneath. Nero 12 video can also be used to assemble video clips and stills to make a movie. You can capture material direct from your camera, add sound and burn to a disk in a variety of formats. It can even handle AV-CHD format, which is really beyond Windows 7 MovieMaker. For some things, Nero is much better to use than Windows 7 Live MovieMaker. We will start the program by invoking the MakeMovie command. A panel first appears where we must decide on our movie specifications. For our geographic region, of course, we must use PAL format. We also need to decide on the movie resolution. The options range from standard definition 4:3 to full high definition 16:9. Our choice will generally be decided by the aspect ratios of our video and still images. If there is a mix, it may be we have to alter the aspect ratio of the still images to match that of any video files. It looks better if the aspect ratio is consistent throughout the movie. When satisfied, left-click OK and Next. The difference between this and Windows 7 Live MovieMaker is immediately apparent. There are recognizable timelines. There is a track for video, which will include any still images, a track for additional music, and a track for narration. There is also a place for text to be inserted and a place where video audio will appear. We will start by importing a video clip. The program will handle a large range of materials beside AVCHD, ranging from AVI, WMV, VOB, MOV, to still images in GIF, BMP, JPEG, and many other formats. We will go to the Import window and open the file. There are icons giving a choice of displaying imported files as file names with thumbnails or as thumbnails only. Next, we can drag and drop the file onto the timeline. Only one video timeline is provided in the Express editing mode. One big plus for this program over Live MovieMaker is that the audio track is represented, which means it can be muted or edited. A volume slide is provided. Also provided is another track for music, and there is an additional track for narration. There is also a convenient track for titles and captions. Note that there is a small icon under the preview window which gives a small tools menu. There is an option there for safe area, and this should be ticked. That provides a frame for ensuring that essential image elements like captions and subtitles will always be visible irrespective of the screen resolution or aspect ratio. We will add an image clip. Open the Picture tab, then go to Import, select the file and open. Drag and drop the file onto the timeline. You will see now between the two clips a space where you can provide a transition. Transitions between video clips aren't really necessary, but they do improve the change from one still image to another. To invoke the transitions, you go to the Effects palette and choose the Transitions tab. There is a large range of transitions available. I would choose a dissolve transition, which is the least intrusive. Remember, it is better not to get carried away with special effects like transitions, as these distract the viewer from the movie content. If you have a lot of clips and images, you can choose to apply the same transition to all with one click of the button. Right-click on the transition to reveal the transition options such as duration. Now we will add some more still images. Minimize the Effects menu again and then go to Import Images. We can select a number and they will be loaded into the list, but they will still have to be dragged and dropped onto the timeline individually. Still images should be provided with some movement. This is done by using the pan and zoom options. At the bottom of the effects menu, there are several pan and zoom options provided. These are dragged and dropped onto the still image. Each image can be treated with a pan and zoom appropriate to the subject or one type of treatment. To remove a pan or zoom effect from a picture, hover over the picture and then click on the little FX icon on the corner of the image and choose Remove by clicking on the little waste bucket at the end. You can also change the time that the image is on the screen by right-click on the image to set duration, or by clicking on the little paintbrush icon near the corner of the image. You can apply the same duration time for all stills automatically by choosing that option when right-clicking on the one image. The default time is 4 seconds, but a better time is probably 6 to 8 seconds, particularly when pan and zoom are used. Next, we will look at titles and captions. Place the progress bar on the clip to be titled. When adding subtitles, it is best to choose a very simple, unobtrusive one, like a plain scrolling line or a static title, than to get carried away with rolling and waving words, even though the program does provide those options. You can see in the preview window where you edit the text for the caption. Select the words Sample Text and then type the required text. There are two small frames in the window which we specified from Tools. These are called safety frames. Finished text should be kept inside these lines, otherwise on some screens they may be partly obscured, depending on the screen resolution or the aspect ratio. When the caption is typed, it can be expanded and dragged anywhere in the window. A small cross in the middle of the frame is a handle for dragging the text frame. Handles on the corner of the text frame can be moved out to expand the text. Font for the text can be changed, as can the colour. You can also limit the time the text appears by dragging the delimiter handle inwards, so that the text time is shorter than the clip time. The recorded audio is shown directly under the video clip, and there is a small speaker icon shown there, where you can adjust the volume. This is important because the recorded video may conflict with music or commentary, which might be added to their respective timeline tracks. Quite often the recorded audio associated with a movie clip is unwanted noise, so it can be deleted altogether if desired with the right click option. We will add a music clip. Go to the Import window, click on the Audio tab, Import and Browse. Select the music track and then drag and drop it onto its appropriate track. Again, the program will accept a number of file formats through WAV and MP3, which are probably the best to use. You can trim the sound file to the length of your movie. Right-click on the track and choose Trim. Move the little black delimiter handle to the length of the movie clip. It is a good idea to choose the music file which best matches the length of the video. Unlike more sophisticated programs, in Nero Video you cannot stretch or compress an audio track to better fit its length to video clips. When all clips and images and audio files have been added to the movie, the next step is to provide a start and finish. Move the progress bar on the timeline to the very beginning of the movie and invoke the Themes command. This gives a very small choice of templates for a movie title and background, and a credits page for the end of the movie. You cannot have one without the other, so you need to enter text for both. You can download more themes from the internet, but you cannot create your own with your own images. You can of course use a still image or plain frame and insert text for a title page and a credit page, and then animate them from the options in the effects palette. Unless you want canned music from the program, untick the theme music options. When you are done, click Next. Save the project and proceed to export the movie. You can export in a variety of formats from AVI to MPEG, or you can save as a DVD. If you use the DVD option, you have to save your movie first and then import that file to create the DVD. This ends the tutorial.